News 12 Law Call.
Welcome back. We're rejoined by family law specialist Holly Chapman and the founder of the Hawk Law Group, Vic Hawk. And in a few minutes, we'll get to that interesting fireworks clip, but we didn't want to keep Joyce waiting on the line anymore. Hi, Joyce. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Good. Are you a grandmom?
I'm a grandmama.
Good for you, Joyce. How has it been visiting with your grandchildren?
I'm fine, but I want to know what rights we have.
Okay. What kind of rights, Joyce? Are you talking about visitation with your grandchildren or custody of your grandchildren?
Visitors' rights.
Visitors' rights. Holly?
Okay. Well, there is in Georgia, there is a statute that governs kind of grandparent rights, but a lot of that is going to depend on your specific circumstances. So are the parents of the grandchild in question, are they together? If they are in a single family unit, then your options are very limited. If they are separated, then you may have greater grandparent visitation rights. But you have to, move to exercise those rights through court in order to actually have them established. And even then, they're likely to be relatively limited in nature unless you are claiming that the child is endangered or something like that.
Explain, what do you mean, Holly, when you say if they're one family unit versus separated? Why would grandparents' rights be less if they were one family unit?
I think that the reasoning behind it is that to some extent there's a kind of a constitutional right to raise your children the way that you see fit. When you have both parents together, they are raising their child the way that they see fit. And so absent a specific reason to interfere with that, the government will not do so. But when the parties are already in a custody situation where there are two different legal parents, then that are separate, then sometimes the law will allow grandparents to intervene.
Mm-hmm. Will the grandparent have an absolute right to have some visitation with their child, their grandchild? They
will not have an absolute right. So the statute has a number of different variables that they consider when a judge is determining whether or not they should establish separate grandparent rights. And so to some extent that is, again, is so dependent on the very specific issues at play in your situation. But a consultation with a family law attorney who can talk to you about your specific issues can help you see whether you fit within the statute that is laid out to allow for grandparent visitation.
You always feel bad for the grandmom or granddad because all they want to do is spoil the grandkids.
Yeah.
They don't want to get involved in any of the
No
conflict.
discipline, just candy.
That's right. Weekend dad.